Hey guys, how you doing? It's Jeff, and I just wanted to relay a very cool experience I just had with the Ten of Swords, and the cards just reframed them in a way to really kind of understand what was going on with my client and where she's headed for a particular goal and why her process has felt the way it had felt for her for the past 3 months that we've been working together. And it just made like all hairs on deck stand on both of our necks. It was so empowering. So let me cut the commentary as short as I can because you know I'm not so great at editing my commentary to help you maybe look at a new way of imagining your goals that you're setting out for yourself. And it kind of is going to look like a metaphor of a frequency dial on a radio coming from like a low frequency to a higher frequency, and then overlying that frequency dial also a timeline for being the past this way and into the future, because she had this 10 of Swords come up. Now, she's been seeing this for the past 3 months in one form or another. No matter what card spreads we use, no matter what flips out of the deck, this 10 of Swords, whether it comes up straight up or reversed, is always a part of our dialogue. And while we're blending the tarot with the neurolinguistic programming and a couple hypnosis sessions and guided imagery sessions, the Ten of Swords is so appropriate. I really had to come on to share with you guys just this enlightening moment that we just had, okay? I mean, my hairs are still sticking out. This is from the Fountain Tarot deck. My friend Anna Teresa from Ladybird Tarot and Arts. I want to thank her for that deck again. It's coming in more and more handy. So, like I said, again, the commentary gets a little bit crazy, guys. And I'm looking at myself, too, just so I can just try to imagine this with you guys. If you look at a timeline, past into future, present, past, present, future, the goal that you want to where you are right now, this came up to where we were right now. And this came up to the goal that she wants. By the way, this is the Three of Cups. Okay, I mean, self-explanatory. And don't you love whenever the tarot works like that for you? Now, understanding that she is finding herself here in this timeline to her intended goal, as well as not only through the passage of time, but also through the passage of her frequency, of her general vibe, of the qualities of her thinking, the qualities of her emotions, and basically the qualities of her actions that are inspired from the quality of her being by being in this particular frequency. Now, this wonderful Ten of Swords came in reversed, thankfully, because I love reversals in this type of reading. And if you look at it with both of those sort of timeline frequency dials, you can't just get here immediately. It is a process of removing each one of those self-imposing limited ideas or beliefs that you have until you reach that future state, and also until you reach that intended goal. Now, her being an actor, it's been interesting to see her journey over the past 3 months, because it has been very, very quick, very, very ferocious. And over the holidays, that's saying something, because the town pretty much shuts down over the past 3 months, or over the past December. It's just turns into isolation town around here. So what was going on is that she came in really having a goal in mind with signing with one particular deal that she knew was coming in with a particular studio that she knew was going to make a movie that she wanted to be in. And she was just getting started, okay? She was just getting started. And this is the metaphor, because this happens in real life, and real life metaphors are the best thing in the world. If you have to travel like any actor, we're just going to hold on to this, as any actor, you can't just all of a sudden be collecting like an Oscar award, or like be even invited to the Golden Globes or something like that. You have to first have the belief. You have to remove enough of your limiting beliefs to be able to know that you are able and good enough, I guess, even to get paid for your acting services. So just over the past 3 months, probably actually longer now, dates don't really work for me in my mind, but when I first started working with her, not because she's working with me, but I saw her process of removing the limiting beliefs so that she could just say and establish to herself along her timeline. She removed her things she removed her limiting beliefs to just say, I am a working actor now. It's all guest stars and, really small roles. But once you remove that sword, it becomes part of your past, part of your timeline, a lower frequency, and then you get closer through time and also through the process of eliminating these self-limiting beliefs. You get closer to the goal, closer to the future. And then she got bigger roles. She just got her first starring role just like last month in an independent film. And so that process of eliminating more of these swords got her into the belief system, got her into the frequency of, I am capable of working. People are wanting me. They're wanting to hire me, which is a belief that she couldn't have had before she booked her first commercial, guys. She couldn't have had before she moved here from out of state. She had to just live through the experience of removing her limiting beliefs to get closer and closer and closer to this goal. And that's how I want you guys to look at any goal that you're setting for yourself, is just one constant stream of swords that are reversed, and you have to just always be analyzing, looking at that thing I just did in my last video, increasing my capacity of love, that card about something about I'm always willing to look at myself. Revisit that video. I'll try to link that below, so that you can understand the process of you can't just all of a sudden move to Hollywood and then like get an Oscar, okay? You can't just all of a sudden be in the present moment. You have to build your belief structure to know that you're able to get seen. You're good enough to get auditions. You're good enough to get callbacks. You're good enough to go to see network. You're good enough to get booked on a commercial. You're good enough to get a guest star. You're good enough to work on Nickelodeon. You're good enough to work on the WB. Before you know it, you're on a major network. Then you get a really small walk-on part in a movie, and then continue along your timeline. But what's important is that as you're moving along your timeline, your frequency as well, because you're changing your belief system, you're exchanging these swords for the new swords that you're working on. Now, this is the most interesting thing that happened during this reading. Keep this video under 10 minutes, is that and I wanted some clarification about how can you better identify that you're in this process and not just being stalled and not just something going wrong. You know what I mean? How do you know that that you're always sort of in this process of raising your vibration, that you're going through time towards a goal that lays out there, okay? And I got this 9 of Cups to help add some clarity. And this is the comfort zone that lies a little bit behind. You always have to sort of get out of your comfort zone. I don't want to debate or a conversation about what the 9 of Cups means, guys. For me, it just means, like in the Pagan Otherworlds deck, it's in that perfect shape like a roof. You're just completely, you're sheltered, and you have to get out of your comfort zone in order to grow. Okay, so I love that happened. Further, this was painful. This is the 5 of Swords. Moving forward, it's always going to be uncomfortable. All right, but as Wayne Dyer told me, what Anthony Robbins always said is that you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because what you want is so far ahead. You got to go through so many of your self-limiting beliefs. It's going to be uncomfortable for you. You're going to learn through losing. And what is in the past of that is just victory, success. This is the 6 of Wands. This is not a deck video, so, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty card, okay? But in the past, as you're going, this is what it looks like, guys. This is what it looks like so that you can reach your 3 of Cups, whatever goal that is. And then just know that whenever you're there, whatever that means for you, you're going to be there in this present moment. Before you know it, it's going to seem like a comfort zone to you, because there's going to be another goal just a little bit higher on the frequency dial. Whoops, there's going to be another goal just a little bit higher on the frequency dial, a little bit further down your timeline that you just have to live through every day. And you just got to remove more of those swords until you get there. I just loved this session. It was the quickest 45 minutes of my life. And like I said, my hairs are just finally coming down to my neck because it was thrilling. All right. So anyway, I was excited to share that with you guys. I hope it helped you understand your process. I hope that you become more comfortable being uncomfortable, knowing that you're only removing self-limiting beliefs so that you move through your time-space reality to get to wherever the hell you want to go. the best of luck. Reach out to me with questions, comments. Go to tattooedspirit.com to book session with me, or just keep on following along and giving a comment. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, just under 10 minutes. I love it.